For Visual Inspect users migrating to NSDE debugging, many of the NSDE views, menus, and other controls will at first be unfamiliar. This demonstration will introduce VI users to some of the more common debugging tasks in VI and how they are accessed in NSDE. The NSDE debugging supplement in the online documentation includes a cheat sheet that maps VI debugging tasks to the equivalent debugging tasks in NSDE. Tasks are arranged by category to facilitate quick lookup. For example, under Initiation, the first task listed describes how to start a debug session in VI or in NSDE. In both cases, a connection to the host must be established. Then a rund command is issued. VI users should refer to this cheat sheet frequently until they become familiar with the NSDE controls. Visual Inspect requires that you connect to a host system when you start VI. To establish a host system connection in NSDE, open the Network Connections dialog using the Windows menu. Fill in the system and username information, as I've already done. For VI-style debug launches, select the checkbox for accepting debug sessions. This will start an NSDE server instance on the host when the connection is established. Click Connect. NSDE is now ready for debugging applications on the host. In NSDE, debug sessions can be configured before they are launched. Since this is not a feature of Visual Inspect, I'll disable it for this demo using the Program-Initiated Launch Preference settings. By default, configuration editing is enabled. Deselect this option to disable it. Now we can issue a rund command on the nonstop host and see the debug session start in NSDE as it would in VI. NSDE will ask you to switch to the debug perspective if you don't already have it open, as I did. NSDE shows a percentage completion in the bottom bar. When it reaches 100%, the progress percentage will no longer be displayed, and you can begin debugging your application. In VI, a program control window is opened when a debug session is started, and it shows the program source, current execution pointer, and local variables. In NSDE, the debug perspective contains views that show the same information. The source view displays the program source. Line numbers are not displayed by default, as they are in VI, but you can enable them by right-clicking in the left-hand column and selecting Show Line Numbers. Local variables and parameters are displayed in the Variables view. To maximize a view, double-click the View tab. Select an element in the view, and the Details pane will show its value in different number formats. Right-click opens a context menu that shows various operations that can be applied to that entry. To restore the view to its previous size, double-click the Title tab again. The debug view is a combination of VI's Application Control window and Stack Frames view. All active debug sessions are shown in this NSDE view. Other views in NSDE display information for the session or stack frames currently selected in the debug view. For example, the views are updated when I select the Under Main frame. The source view shows that there is no source available for Under Main, and the Variables view shows the two parameters of Under Main. To display a global variable in VI, you can use the Display menu in the Program Control window to add a watch item. In NSDE, global variables are displayed by adding a watch expression to the expressions view. Execution controls in NSDE are the same as in Visual Inspect, but the button icons are different. Hover over the buttons in the toolbar to see what each is used for. Resume, Suspend, and Terminate are the same as Resume, Hold, and Stop in VI. Note that some button hints indicate that the button function is also mapped to a key or key sequence. Step into, step over, and step return are the same as step in, step, and step out in VI. Instruction stepping mode toggles between statement and instruction stepping. In instruction stepping mode, the step into and step over buttons are the same as the step in instruction and step instruction buttons in VI. Setting a breakpoint for the currently displayed scope is similar to VI. In VI, you click the statement marker to the left of the selected line. In NSDE, you double-click in the column to the left of the selected line. There are no statement markers in NSDE, but breakpoint markers are displayed after the breakpoints have been set. Where VI displays a single scope in its source view, NSDE displays the entire source file, allowing you to set breakpoints in any of the scopes contained in that source file. To set breakpoints in a source file that isn't displayed in the source view, you can use the breakpoints view in NSDE, which is equivalent to the breakpoints view in VI. As of NSDE 6.0, only line and function breakpoints can be set using the breakpoints view. Memory access and event breakpoints must be added using native inspect commands in the native inspect console. These breakpoints will not be displayed in the breakpoints view. Refer to the native inspect documentation for a description of these commands. Before entering a command in the native inspect console, check the NSDE online documentation to see if it's supported. These are the commands that can be used in the native inspect console. A debug session can be transferred between NSDE and native inspect in the same manner that a session is transferred between VI and native inspect. For example, a debug session is transferred from VI to native inspect by selecting Switch to System Debugger in the Program menu of the Program Control window. In NSDE, the same transfer is accomplished by clicking the Disconnect button. This transfer is only supported for debug sessions that were initiated from the nonstop host. The Disconnect button is disabled for debug sessions launched directly from NSDE. NSDE debug launches are covered in other videos in this series. To transfer back to NSDE or VI, use the detach command in native inspect. The documented method for transferring debug sessions from native inspect to VI uses the switch command in native inspect, but the switch command is not supported for NSDE transfers. This demonstration has shown some of the most common debugging tasks performed in VI and NSDE. Instructions for accessing other VI debugging tasks in NSDEE can be found in the online documentation referenced at the start of this demo. This concludes the demonstration of NSDEE debugging for VI users.